This was me 1 year ago. Literally 1 year ago. This was June of 2024. I was a healthy weight. My clothes fit me. All my clothes fit me. I used a lot of filters. Here's no filter. And I can't show what this is because that is me being doxxed. And I was taking screenshots of it. I was trying so hard to keep it together. I was actually live streaming in my car because I didn't want anyone to know I was in the process of moving. And that's basically where it all went south this time last year. My children and I were displaced. I had to literally donate half of our belongings, half of our furniture, my cello. There was just like no room for anything. I downsized from 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms to 3 bedrooms, like literally 1,200 square feet or less. Even though I was being severely cyberbullied, I tried my best. I had 1 million or more followers on TikTok. I always tried to bring entertainment, fun, and laughter to people's lives through my live streams. But things got really ugly for me when my son was jumped and robbed. I couldn't have fun anymore. I couldn't paint anymore. I couldn't go to the gym anymore. I had to move. And I finally had moved July of 2024. I tried to make the most out of it and make funny videos and embrace the new apartment. I was feeling really good. I was starting to exercise again. I found an ice arena literally blocks away from my house. For my daughter, we would walk to the ice rink several times a week and she would ice skate. We really loved it at this apartment in Buffalo. And just like when everything is finally coming together, they start the new school year. We're recovering from the trauma. My kids are making friends. My son had a friend group he'd go out with. Boom. You know, top 3 stressors in life. Death of a loved one, divorce, job loss, major health issues, followed by moving. And we're going to go back to that number 3 really soon. So we're actually in a routine. Me and my daughter found these vegan restaurants. My son loved these pizzerias and sub shops right behind our house. We were off of Hurdle Avenue in Buffalo, North Buffalo, really fun area to have kids. My daughter and I actually joined a gym and we were at the gym, going to the gym. My son joined a gym with kickboxing and boxing and he was going to the gym 2 or 3 times a week. He was riding his bike and he had at-home gym equipment. These are the things I keep private from the internet, especially because his life was in danger after he was being stalked, after being jumped and robbed. And then boom, we start getting harassed really badly. The upstairs neighbors, ages like 21 and 22 years old, start live streaming with this hate mob that is flooded with like thousands, tens of thousands of people. My TikTok had a lot of engagement. I had over 1 million followers. I loved being a TikToker and my community loved me. But unfortunately, this app is so out of control with hate mobs that it affected me in real life and we had to move again 5 months later, just when everything is finally feeling like home again. So we pack up the house and head to Pittsburgh. I look for houses to rent in Buffalo, apartments, but the one I liked was in a suburb called Williamsville. It was gorgeous. It, however, had an Airbnb attached to it right above the garage I would have been parked in. And given the circumstance that I was being actively stalked by hundreds of thousands of people on TikTok, tens of thousands of people on Reddit, where on this app, where literally thousands of people were trying to hunt down where I was going to be moving. They actually were plotting at that point in time to join every landlord group on Facebook in Buffalo or surrounding areas to make posts warning people that they won't want to rent to me, saying egregious things, totally lying. They were calling landlords on listings they thought I was moving into, so I decided to just get out of town and go to a totally new state. Due to limited options, because I need central air in a house that I rent, I work from home. Buffalo had limited options with those amenities. Given my limited options and the fact I had already been a resident of Pennsylvania, I decided to just move back to Pennsylvania. But the upstairs neighbors in Buffalo still had formed a bond with the people who stalk me. And this 22-year-old guy who has no life experience, especially not as a parent, decides to tell these people, the moving company I used, the morning me and my children moved. So it's right before Thanksgiving, November 2024. This guy, Josh, puts me and my children's safety at risk. He gets on the phone and he tells one of these people, the moving company I used, and she in turn impersonates me, calls the moving company, asks a bunch of questions, and the moving company thought they were speaking to me, and they gave information away that I was moving to Pittsburgh. In private, she leaked that city I was moving to thousands of people, and they searched the background, stalked down my house. You know, I really wish that things weren't so public in the United States. If you're watching this from maybe Australia or the United Kingdom, when you rent a place, its listing stays online. Even though I paid an annual fee to DeleteMe.com, to Norton Security, to just keep my contact details off broker websites such as whitepages.com, there's still Zillow, right? And that's besides the point. These people don't have good intentions. So they start harassing me around Pittsburgh, and I, for the most part, ignore it. I'm once again saving back all the money I spent on moving, just like I had months prior when I just moved to Buffalo. I don't have time at this point to focus on the way I look, to focus on my weight loss journey, my fitness journey, my running, my passion for full body fitness training. I don't have time for that. I have to stream as many hours as I possibly can to save back all the money that it has cost me and my children to move. Things are finally looking up, and boom, I get into it with another creator. This was in December, end of November, around there. And things start to go south real fast. This guy gets really angry at me, and I start getting harassed really badly. I'm just going to leave it at that. Then in January, he tells me, "This is war. You're going to lose everything. Wait until my TikTok representative gets off vacation." 2 weeks go by, boom, I lose my account. My platform that I dedicated like 70 hours a week of my life to. Streaming 50 hours a week, posting content 25 hours a week. It was overtime, an overtime job. An overtime job that led me to so many opportunities. To becoming an Amazon influencer, to earn commission in TikTok Shop and Amazon. And now all of this that I worked so hard for is gone. But I'm like, wait, there's still this one. I had 2 monetized TikTok accounts. So I start streaming on this account, and unfortunately 2 weeks later on February 21st, boom, taken away from me. I obviously did not earn as much of a living on this platform as I did Vegan Riz. This account, I earned close to $10,000 per month on video views alone, lots of money in commission, and I live streamed. I was in the program for live scale rewards where I'd make a couple $1,000s a week for live streaming plus gifts. Now it's all gone. So I have to start over, and it's been a few months. It is now June 16th. The people who obsessively hate me are still actively, aggressively trying to ruin my life, which doesn't just affect me, it affects my children. And I'm still pushing, I'm still moving forward. I'm growing my platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'm live streaming on an app called Favorited that's very new and battling on there. But it's been really hard. It's been really hard. Like I said, the number one stressor in life is losing a job, financial loss. The 5th most stressful thing that you can experience in life is moving, and I've unfortunately had to move twice in the last year. I had to move twice in 7 months, being harassed out of my own home that I was trying to make. And on top of that, I lost the biggest platforms that I had worked for. So I'm again back in survival mode. I felt so alive when I was playing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when I was participating in combat sports. And if I could do anything just to feel alive again, it would be to start running, lift weights, spend 3 or 6 months training
and get back into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I loved it so much. But right now, unfortunately, I'm just not there yet, and I'm really not okay. I just want peace. I want to know that I have a home with my kids, that I'm not going to be harassed, and I want to know that I'm going to be successful like I was on TikTok. I believe in myself. I'm just not okay with my life changes, struggles being so visible. Gaining all this weight sucks, and I could say I have sacrificed my physical fitness just to make sure my kids will have a roof over their head, that I'm determined to be successful elsewhere if I can't be on TikTok. Right now, I'm just saving all my money back and trying my best. It has been a lot on me, just one person going through all these changes alone. It has been incredibly expensive, time-consuming, exhausting, and I just really hope that soon, very soon, I'm back where I once was, and that I have relief from all of this mental strain, so that I have enough money in the bank that I could spend 3 hours a day training and exercising again like I once was, because my fitness journey didn't happen overnight. I was in the gym every single day for 2 years straight. I'd be in the gym every day for 2 or 3 hours. I started at the gym 205 to 210 pounds. I got harassed so badly out of my gym, and I was about 145 pounds when that happened. But whether I go back to a gym or work out from home, I know how much of a commitment going to the gym is to get healthy and fit again, to start running again. I also know that time is money, and I just don't have the time for it right now. So I am vegan. It's the one thing about me that has always stuck since my journey on social media. And I don't know what to say.